She sleeps as she wakes up. She looks for some supplies, but she ran out. She heads to the surface out of her cave. Her cave is kinda small. She's trying her best to make it out. As she made it out, she's getting ready to get some supplies. She stands on her feet while she spreads her wings out. She gets ready to fly as she glides down to the ground into the air. Seeing it is even rarer than a shooting star or a four-leaf clover, when you see our rainbow dragon, it's really something to marvel at. Colorful plumage reflects the sun and fills the horizon with all the colors. This usually happens when the winged dragon fills up the supplies in her cave and has to fly through the room again. They say that catching sight of it is even more rare than shooting stars at night or finding a clover leaf with exactly 4 leaves. But when the rainbow dragon appears in your room, it is either on her way to you or the supplies in her cave have run out again, or both. Its colorful plumage reflects all the sun's rays with every single stroke of its wings. You can usually hear her too, either because of her loud call or because her tail has swept something off the shelf again. Do you think she will tidy up her mess? She picks them up one at a time and throws it back on the shelf with her mouth. Maybe I was correct. Maybe she will clean up her mess. When she cleaned up her mess, she was heading to another area. Turns out she didn't want anything over there. But wait, she spotted a jar full of lollipops. She lands on the surface, looks through the jar, and tries to find a way in. She looks up and found a way in. She jumps on top of the jar, looks at the right lollipop, picks it with her tail as she picked out the lollipop that was the color orange. She carefully flew to the surface where she had her supplies. She landed on the surface as she was carefully dropping her lollipop with her supplies. She's so close to finishing her supplies that she heads over to another area. She spotted a huge desk full of pencils in a box. She jumps on stuff one at a time as she makes her way to the pencils. She decided to choose 2 pencils as she chose the right ones. One was magenta and the other was peach. She flies to the surface with her supplies and tries to make it. She lands on the surface and carefully drops the pencils. She knew that her supplies were done as she grabbed the lollipop and the pencils together. She threw it over herself onto her back. She picked up one more piece and threw it over her on her back. She flew through the window outside. She was heading back home to her cave and was happy that she got some supplies. As she made it back home to her cave, she dropped her supplies. She flew into the cave and carefully picked her stuff one at a time inside the cave. She cuddles in her supplies and sleeps until she runs out of supplies next time.